With the release of the latest GTA Online update, San Andreas Mercenaries, Rockstar Games added a completely new reward system into the game, granting players exclusive clothing items, money, and RP for achieving specific goals. I'm Gary7MT for the GTA series videos crew, welcoming all you players out there back to another tips and tricks video. The Career Progress feature added exclusively on PS5 and Xbox Series XS, at least for the time being, gives access to a range of challenges across GTA Online, accessible via the landing page or pause menu. Inside are categories for almost every single aspect of the game, from contact missions to heists, businesses, series modes, and more. Each section of the Career Progress has 4 tiers of challenges, with a reward to be claimed for completing each tier, plus a bonus reward of money and RP for completing all 4. This entire system works the same way as the awards, so some challenges are character related while others are connected to the account. Active players will also notice that some challenges and even entire tiers might already be completed with various rewards claimable thanks to a system that factors in previously made progress. Other challenges instead, despite being already achieved by the player in the past, like the elite challenges for the heists, must be completed again. Before delving into a better explanation with our tips on how to accomplish these challenges breaking as little sweat as possible, let's talk for a moment about the end goals and rewards, the Career Progress outfits. Available at any clothing shop's counter, these are Michael, Franklin, Trevor, Claude, and Nico's default outfits. Unlockable after completing Tier 4 of 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 Career Progress challenges. Not an easy task, especially considering that as of the release of this video, there are a total of 28 categories, meaning that the player can only opt out of 3 at the moment if they want to unlock every outfit. We're sure that with time and additional updates, more challenges will be made available, giving players more wiggle room unless more legacy outfits get added with the addition of new categories. With that said, let's move on to the challenges themselves. But first, we gotta send a huge thanks to our completionist friends, Dash and Welsh Turkey, and all the people from our Discord community who've provided us with footage and testing in order to help us give you the slickest moves and dopest advice known to man, baby. The first container includes all the mission strands added to GTA Online, namely Lowriders, Madrazo Dispatch Services, Premium Deluxe Repo Work, Gerald's Last Play, A Super Yacht Life, Operation Paper Trail, and San Andreas Mercenaries. The tiers for these categories all share the same requirements. Complete a mission for Tier 1, complete all missions without dying for Tier 2, complete all missions in hard difficulty for Tier 3, complete all missions in hard difficulty without using snacks or armor, and all missions have to be completed at whatever difficulty without taking more than 50% damage and with over 80% accuracy, meaning the average between shots fired and targets hit. First of all, you can either grind the same mission over and over to complete one challenge at a time, or they can be tackled at once. In other words, if no challenges have been done before, ideally by completing a mission in hard difficulty without using snacks or armor, without losing more than 50% of health, and with over 80% of accuracy, the player will unlock Tier 1, one challenge of Tier 2, one of Tier 3, and one part of all 3 challenges of Tier 4 altogether. Bundling everything possible into a single run is undoubtedly the fastest way to complete the contact missions challenges, but not the easiest. Even with the use of the Kuruma Armored, Buzzard, Oppressor MK2, or other weaponized vehicles, the best option is to form a team of people interested in achieving the same challenges, to play with and repeat the missions twice, with the team split into achievers and players. While the players actively play the mission to complete it, the achievers stay away from the action in order to avoid getting damaged. 0 shots fired is also interpreted by the game as 100% accuracy. So do not shoot And if you have to, make sure to always hit the enemy. With the mission complete once and the challenges completed, the teams will switch roles so that the players can now become the achievers. The cash and RP rewards for completing the last tier for these challenges is 150,000 and 5,000 RP each, for a total of a little more than $1 million and 35,000 RP. Each tier of lowriders also unlocks the green LS cap, the Albany dealership tee, the Magnetics t-shirt, and the bomb hoodie. The rewards for completing the dispatch services challenges are the Flying Bravo Andreas cap, the Black Shrewsbury hoodie, the La Fuente Blanca t-shirt, and the Reticle hoodie. Premium Deluxe Repo Works rewards are the PDM cap, the Owe Me a Favor t-shirt, the Premium Deluxe baseball tee, and the Employee of the Month hoodie. Completing the challenges of Gerald's Last Play unlocks the Feud Chain t-shirt, the Welcome Back baseball tee, the Feud baseball hoodie, and the 420 smoking jacket. A Super Yacht Life rewards players with the Captain Cap, the Galaxy Super Yacht t-shirt, the Doc T's baseball tee, and the hoodie, A Super Yacht Life. The 4 rewards for the challenges added to Operation Paper Trail are the IAA cap, the ULP t-shirt, the President Mask, and the IAA hoodie. Lastly, completing the challenges for the San Andreas Mercenaries category unlocks the LS Angels cap, the orange shade camo livery for the Avenger, the LS Angels t-shirt, and the LS Angels hoodie. The second container is connected to the businesses added to GTA Online, starting with Finance and Felony and ending with the Los Santos Drug Wars. Unlike in the previous category, the challenges are closer associated with the specifics of the business and not identical. All in all, this entire category is extremely time-consuming. The highest tiers require tons of grinding, that is, repeating the same actions over and over to either accumulate a specific amount of money or particular products. Here too, for all those challenges linked to contracts, work, missions, and such, the pimp move is to work with a team of people split into the 2 teams as explained before. A major word to the wise: if the player's end goal is to complete the challenges as fast as possible without caring too much about how expensive and profits balance out, then they shouldn't waste time completing resupply missions unless required by a challenge. It's better to just always buy supplies, start all businesses together, and make sure that all your employees are slaving. Working at full capacity. With that said, let's start with the challenges of the 2016 update, Further Adventures in Finance and Felony. The first tier has 3, becoming a CEO. First, you'll need to buy an executive office from the Dynasty 8 website, hire a player to join your organization, and complete any of the 9 different VIP works. Second tier is tied to the special cargo warehouses, and you'll need to buy one of those as well. Source at least 1 crate, and also export mixed goods to the docks. The third tier presents 3 objectives: source all 11 types of cargo, fill a large warehouse, and sell 111 crates in a single sell mission, and complete 5 different VIP works. The fourth tier comes with 4 challenges: complete 10 different VIP works and challenges, source 250 crates of cargo, and earn a grand total of 50 million GTA bucks by selling cargo, which means selling 20 to 25 large warehouses, considering a full large warehouse goes for 2,220,000 plus bonuses and such. The fourth challenge requires to source all 6 special items, namely the film reel, the rare hide, the golden minigun, the ornamental egg, the large diamond, and the rare pocket watch. These items are randomly available after being called by the office assistant, so collecting them all does require time and dedication.
Yo, you the cat that took the clubhouse out of receivership? I'm like the manager caretaker. Swing by the joint and I'll talk you through a few things.
Next we have the bikers. The challenges for the first tier are becoming president of a motorcycle club, which does require owning a clubhouse. Hire a player to join your club and complete a clubhouse contract with Gunrunning. The contract's name, not the business, probably being the easiest of the lot. The second tier requires delivering a customer bike, setting up any of the 5 biker businesses, and completing a resupply mission for any of the latter. Third tier requires completing all 13 clubhouse contracts, resupplying the clubhouse bar 10 times, and selling product from the 5 types of biker businesses: weed, coke, meth, money, and documents. No matter how much, even a single crate of product. The fourth tier is again all about grinding and wants you to complete a total of 50 clubhouse contracts, earn $500,000 from the clubhouse bar, $2,500,000 from delivering customer bikes, and $25 million from selling product. As we said before, it's all about time and repetition. Each in-game day, the bar has stock, $5,000, and bar earnings is added to the bag, so acquiring $500,000 will require more than 3 days in real-life time. A delivered customer bike pays a maximum of $60,000, so you'll need to deliver around 45 bikes to reach $2.5 million of income, and bikes are delivered at the clubhouse once every 30 to 40 real minutes. The open road businesses altogether can make a total of almost $250,000 per real hour, which means that players need something between 4 to 5 real days to reach the $25 million target necessary to complete the challenge. Import-export is all about vehicles and warehouses. For the first tier, players have to own a vehicle warehouse and complete a vehicle cargo mission, and a special vehicle job is needed. Tier 2 requires sourcing all vehicles of a single collection, selling 5 vehicles to specialist dealers, and at least one of them in perfect condition. Achieving it's not the easiest task. Either use the cargo bob or invite a friend in an invite-only session to avoid having enemies spawn during the sale. The third tier requires completing all 8 special vehicle works, filling a warehouse with 40 stolen vehicles, and completing a minimum of 25 vehicle cargo missions. As always, the fourth tier is all about the grind. Your first objective is to source all vehicles for all collections. The second is to complete all 8 special vehicle works on hard difficulty, while the third is to sell 50 vehicles in perfect condition, and lastly, to earn a total of $25 million selling vehicle cargo, which means a little more than 300 high-end vehicles to sell. Way more if not all vehicles are top range and sold in perfect condition. The next business in line is Gunrunning. The first tier requires the players to set up a bunker and complete a resupply mission and a research project. The challenges for the second tier are delivering excess weapon parts to ammunition and completing a mobile operation and sale mission. The third tier requires players to add to their bunkers the shooting range and complete all challenges for 1 weapon in it. They'll also need to upgrade 5 weapons to MK2 and run 25 resupply missions. The fourth tier demands completing all 8 mobile operations missions in hard difficulty and in under 10 minutes each. Doable, even easy for some of them. Complete all bunker shooting range challenges, research a minimum of 25 projects, and earn a grand total of $25 million selling weapons. That means filling and selling an entire bunker of weapons more than 25 times. Now from ground to air with the air freight business named Smuggler's Run. Like the others, the first tier is about firsts. Set up a hangar, complete a source cargo mission, and send a staff member to source air freight cargo. The second tier entails completing 10 source cargo missions, 1 air freight cargo sale mission, and turning a Pegasus vehicle into a personal aircraft. And here, the best advice is to bring your attack buzzard. This way, you'll end up having a CEO buzzard, a Pegasus buzzard, and a personal buzzard to cycle through during your adventures in San Andreas. To meet the third tier's requirements, players will need to fill up the hangar, sell all 50 crates in a single sale, and complete a total of 25 source cargo missions. Then we have the last tier, requiring players to complete a minimum of 100 source cargo missions, sell a total of 1,000 crates, which means 20 full hangar sales, sell all 8 types of air freight cargo, and earn a minimum of 50 million by selling that air freight cargo. Now, considering that a sale of 50 crates of the best paid cargo, narcotics, chemicals, or medical supplies pays a total of $2,550,000 plus bonuses, reaching the 50 million means selling a full hangar worth of material 20 to 25 times. With the help of 3 other people, filling a hangar takes somewhere between 3 and 4 real hours. Alone, it could take up to 18 hours. After Hours might have a title that makes one think about nightlife, but it isn't actually about nightlife at all. The first tier involves setting up the nightclub, complete a club management mission, and dance inside a nightclub for a minimum of 5 minutes. The second tier requires ejecting a troublemaker from your club, hiring a second DJ between those available, and sourcing goods for the nightclub basement business. The third tier requires hiring all 4 DJs, completing 25 club management missions, and filling the nightclub safe, which means having 250,000 in it. 10,000 are deposited every 48 IRL minutes if the popularity of the club is kept at 100%. So we're talking a minimum 20 real hour wait for the safe to be full. The fourth tier demands you keep the nightclub popularity at 100% for 10 real hours, which is easy. Just remember to complete a popularity mission every in-game day. You also need to have 25 celebrity appearances at your nightclub, which is completely random and only attainable by keeping the popularity at 100%. And unlocking 8 platinum awards, which is the number of all possible awards achievable for After Hours. All of them are pretty easy to achieve as they only require time. The worst one is Hotspot, needing you to have 100 unique players to visit your nightclub. The best way to pull this one off is just by jumping into a public session, sending a nightclub invite to all players present, waiting 5 minutes, and then switching to a different session. Rinse and repeat this a few times, and you're in the house. The last challenge of Tier 4 is to earn a total of 50 million through the basement business. This business is almost fully passive, meaning it runs completely on its own. All the player has to do is assign the staff to a specific type of goods. Go with South American imports, cargo and shipments, pharmaceutical research, sporting goods, and cash creation. This selection will allow you to have more or less $1 million worth of products to sell every 20 IRL hours, which again translates more or less to a couple months of work to reach the required amount.
Hey, what's cracking? So what you think about all this? Shit, we looking good, right? Look, this is our business. You feel me? You put the bread down, shit, you the owner. I'm the manager. Franklin Clinton, dawg.
The contract has brought Franklin to GTA Online, and like any other business, its challenges are all about time and money. The first tier entails setting up the agency, complete 1 security contract, and meet with the VIP, the one and only Dr. Dre. The second tier requires completing any data leaks for the VIP contract, plus 10 payphone hits and 10 security contracts. The third tier requires completing Dr. Dre's VIP contract, all 3 short trips missions playing as both Franklin and Lamar, and 25 payphone hits with the assassination bonus, which is a specific requirement to accomplish during the hit. The bonuses are all easily doable, but check our full guide if you have some difficulty achieving them. Lastly, we have the fourth tier, which wants you to unlock 10 platinum awards, 9 of which are automatically obtained by completing the VIP contract and the short trips missions. For the last one, look for Chop inside the agency and pet him. The second challenge requires completing 100 security contracts on Specialist and Specialist Plus difficulty. Oh, and by the way, participating in one another's player contract does not count. These contracts pay from $44,000 to $70,000 each, with a 5-minute cooldown, and can be refreshed by restarting the game or finishing one of the contracts. Mathematically speaking, completing these 100 contracts should also allow the player to achieve the third challenge of this tier: earn $5 million from security contracts. The last challenge requires players to complete a total of 100 payphone hits with the assassination bonus, and this is the challenge that will require time, considering that once a hit is done, a 48-minute cooldown will start before a new hit is available. The best way to lower the waiting time is to have people willingly start a payphone hit on their own and invite the player into their organization before starting it.
Who the fuck are you?
My friend. That's my friend. And he is extremely dangerous.
The Acid Lab, added with the Los Santos Drug Wars, is only the latest of the businesses brought to GTA Online. The first tier of challenges requires completing all the missions for the first dose. Set up the Acid Lab and complete 10 source supplies missions for the latter. The second tier requires completion of all 5 Fooligan jobs, all missions for the last dose, and earning a minimum of 1 million selling acid, which, by the way, does not include products sold to street dealers. Tier 3 necessitates unlocking all 10 custom acid names, completing a total of 25 Fooligan jobs without dying, and taking out 100 hostile versions of yourself in the mission, checking in from the last dose strand. As always, the last tier is the most complex and requires completing all missions in the first dose and in the last dose without dying. Set the difficulty to the minimum, complete 100 source supply missions for the lab, and earn a total of 10 million by selling acid. A full lab of product with a custom name is worth around 350,000, so that means doing a little less than 30 full lab sales to reach that number. The fourth and last challenge requires unlocking platinum for all 24 Los Santos Drug War awards. These not only include awards given for completing all missions of both strands, plus selling, sourcing, and such for the lab, but also include completion of events like the stash houses, Gerald's caches, shop robberies, and taxi works. None of these awards are hard to earn, but they do surely require days, if not weeks, to achieve. The cash and RP rewards for completing the challenges in these categories is higher than before, with a bonus of $250,000 and 10,000 RP for each tier 4 completed, bringing the total bonus reward to 2,080,000 RP. Each completed tier of Finance and Felony unlocks the SecuroServe baseball tee, the Flying Bravo Pooch overcoat, the orange pinstripe smoking jacket, and the Windsor drop. The Bikers Challenges reward players with the UR baseball tee, the White Western hoodie, the UR biker jacket, and the Western Demon, which coincidentally is one of the vehicles removed from the websites with the latest update. The rewards for completing Import-Export are the Pegasi hoodie, the tan overcoat, the Ribbon Racer livery for the Banshee, and the Nero Custom. The 4 tiers of Gunrunning unlock the All-American Service shirt, the Disruption Logistics hoodie, the Hunting Camo livery for Insurgent Custom, and the Dune FAV. Completing the challenges of the Smuggler's Run category gives access to the Rootin' Tootin' cap, the orange Trickster type denim, the Keep Running jacket, and the Little Havoc, the ultralight helicopter with a mind of its own. The After Hours challenges unlock the Masonette cap, the Masonette Festival t-shirt, the Dollar Dollar livery for the Patriot Stretch, and the Stafford. The rewards for completing the challenges tied to the contract update are the Trickster Agency long sleeve, the blue WCC DJ Pooh tee, the Record A Studios hoodie, and the LD Organics patented weed bioplastic covered Yuga custom. Like any other vehicle given as a reward, after being unlocked and parked in the garage of choice, the vehicle can be modified and used at will. Last category's challenges, tied to the Los Santos Drug Wars update, reward the player with the Fatal Incursion finish for the baseball bat, the Dildo Dude t-shirt, Luchadora's mask, and the Zirconium Journey 2.
Lost puppy right here. Hey, what's up? You hear the noise and come to take a look? It get kinda loud in here, don't it? Hey, don't worry. Almost everybody's welcome.
As long as you ain't a cop.
The next container is called Recreation and includes the LS Car Meet category, added with the Los Santos Tuners update. The first tier of challenges requires visiting and buying the membership in the LS Car Meet, bringing a vehicle to the LS Meet's test track, and setting up an auto shop. The second tier needs players to complete 1 robbery contract, service and deliver 10 customer vehicles, and reach reputation level 10 of the LS Car Meet, which is doable if you make sure to complete the daily actions granting reputation points and then buy the clothes sold inside the meet. The third tier entails completing all 8 robbery contracts, winning prize ride challenge, there is a new one every week, and deliver all 10 exotic exports vehicles in 1 day. For the latter, make sure to always stay in the same session and do not deliver vehicles taken from traffic or other players. By only delivering the vehicles marked on the map, completing the list is easy. The fourth tier is again one that takes time and dedication. To finish it, players must complete a minimum of 25 robbery contracts, reach the reputation level 100 at the LS Car Meet, and earn a total of 5 million by delivering customer vehicles paying from 40,000 to 80,000. So even considering an average of 60,000 per delivery, reaching this amount of money requires around 85 vehicles to be perfectly delivered to customers once every in-game day, more or less. By completing the aforementioned tiers and this last tier's 3 challenges, the fourth requirement for the fourth tier will be automatically achieved, which is to unlock 10 platinum awards for Los Santos Tuners. The other category is tied to the Diamond Casino and Resort. The location we mean, not the heist. The first tier requires visiting the casino, purchasing a penthouse, and visiting Agatha Baker and completing Loose Chang, the first of the 6 casino missions. The second tier necessitates completing the entire strand of the casino missions, recovering the Paragon R armor given as a bonus item after completing the last mission, and completing 1 casino work for Agatha Baker. The next tier entails completing 13 different casino work missions, all 6 casino missions in hard difficulty, and to take out Avery's bodyguard in cashing out without being spotted. Don't worry, I know this sounds daunting, but it's totally doable. And if you don't know, our walkthrough shows you just how to pull it off. Now you know. The fourth tier is the grindy one. To complete it, the player has to complete all casino story missions on hard difficulty while taking less than 50% damage, and finish them using only pistols as well. Important to note is that the only pistols constraint is valid for all players, not just the one wanting to achieve the challenge. All players involved must use only pistols. The challenge will be void as soon as an enemy is killed by a melee attack, explosion, accident, or anything else that is not the bullet fired from a pistol. To finish the tier, it's also necessary to complete a total of 100 casino work for Agatha and turn all 11 awards for the category into platinum, which will require playing the entire strand of missions both as a leader and as associate. The remaining awards will be achieved automatically by completing the 4 tiers.
I've brought some champagne.
The cash and RP rewards are the same as before, therefore there is a bonus of 250,000 and 10,000 RP for each tier 4 completed, which is 2, so a total of 500,000 and 20,000 RP. The rewards for completing the 4 tiers tied to the Los Santos Tuners update are the LS Car Meet cap, the Atomic Tires livery for the Previan, the Santo Capra Meet hoodie, and the Turismo Classic, the top stock vehicle of the Sports Classics class. The reward for the challenges tied to the Diamond Casino and Resort instead are the Inside Track Baseball tee, the Diamond Casino Varsity, the Champagne hoodie, and the Paragon R. The next container is all about heists that can be performed in GTA Online, from the original heists revealed way back in 2015 to the Cayo Perico heist from 2020. Players who already have done the heists will find a lot of these challenges already completed, while some, despite being achieved in the past, must be redone. Let's start with the original heists. Tier number 1 players will have to buy a high-end or custom apartment and complete the setup of the Fleesa job as a leader. The second tier requires completion of the Fleece a Job, Prison Break, and the Humane Labs raid as a leader. For the third tier, players have to complete Series A funding and the Pacific Standard Job as leaders, and all 5 different heists with the same crew. In other words, achieving the Loyalty Award. The last tier demands players to complete the Criminal Mastermind Challenge, the Elite Challenges for each heist, unlock 15 Platinum Awards related to the heists, and earn a total of 50 million across all 5 original heists, which includes not only the player's personal take during the finale, but also the money made during prep missions. Now, the maximum potential take is given by the Pacific Standard Job and is 1,875,000, which normally is equally split between the 4 members of the team, therefore 468,750 for a perfect run, plus 100,000 for the elite. That would mean that the team, bonuses and preps aside, would have to play the Pacific Standard Job something between 80 and 90 times to reach the 50 million target. The number of repetitions can be lowered substantially if the players haven't completed all the heists challenges yet. Criminal Mastermind, Loyalty, All in Order, etc. are all first-time bonuses, rewarding players with more than 12 million, which makes the challenge definitely easier to complete.
Don't act all weird, I'm just a normal genius. I do very normal things like kitesurf with presidents and date B-list actresses. I bleed real tears. This is real hair. I program, and I have actual emotions.
Next category is for the Doomsday Heist, and the first tier requires buying the facility, meeting Lester Crest, setting up the data breaches, and completing any setup mission the data breaches might require. The second tier entails setting up the Bogdan problem and completing the data breaches and the Bogdan problem as a leader. For the next tier, the challenges involve setting up and completing the Doomsday scenario as leader and completing all 14 prep missions without dying once. Lastly, Tier 4 requires completing 15 acts as a leader, achieving the elite challenges for all 3 acts, and completing all 3 acts using only pistols and vehicles, plus unlocking 10 Platinum Awards for the Doomsday scenario, which, as always, will be almost totally achieved naturally by completing the previous challenges. Participants should be aware that the only pistols and vehicles challenge during the finale is not player-centered but team-centered, meaning that the entire team playing the heist must use only pistols or the weapons available on the vehicles. Killing an enemy via melee or explosion will instantly void the challenge. If any enemy falls and dies because of the fall, the challenge is void too. This is undoubtedly the most random challenge added by Rockstar in the entire system.
Who hacked my phone?
We did. In case you don't recognize her, this is Georgina Chang.
The third heist group is the Diamond Casino Heist, and the first tier requires players to meet Lester at Mirror Park, set up the arcade, and scope the contents of the casino vault. The second tier needs you to fully complete the Diamond Casino Heist, 25 prep missions, and play 1 arcade game. For the third tier, the challenges are to complete the Diamond Casino Heist using all 3 approaches and complete it once in under 10 minutes on hard difficulty. Also, the tier does require players to unlock all crew members, namely Chester McCoy by the Arena Workshop of a bunker, Charlie Reed by a hangar, Zach Nelson by a clubhouse, Paige Harris by the Terabyte, Avi Schwartzman destroy all signal jammers, Johan Blair purchase a nightclub, and Patrick McCreary rescue him during a random event. The last tier is yet another grind. To complete it, players have to unlock 15 Platinum Awards. As always, this is achieved naturally by completing all the challenges. Steal from the vault while playing the heist in hard difficulty without getting spotted, gaining all 4 different types of loot, cash, gold, artworks, and diamonds, and unless Rockstar Games starts putting the diamonds in the normal rotation of the casino loots, getting those could require months waiting for a weekly event to bring the diamonds to the vault. The remaining 2 challenges are focused on the money. One requires ripping off 100,000 from the daily vault, which is doable in just a couple heists, and earning a total of 50 million from the vault. As opposed to the original heists, the maximum possible payout from the Diamond Casino heist is 3,619,000 earned by stealing diamonds and playing in hard difficulty, normally splitting the take equally between 2 players. With that in mind, reaching the target score should require playing the exact same heist no less than 30 times.
I don't know how well you know my father, but he's old school. I'm the now guy. I'm the fucking ideas guy. Diversify the brand, right? Merch?
And our last category is all centered around the Cayo Perico heist. The first tier requires meeting Madrazo at the music locker, setting up the Kozaka, and finding the Madrazo files, the very first item stolen from the island. The second tier's challenges are find 10 treasure chests on the island. There are 2 every single day to collect. Help Tom Connors or English Dave with a DJ request, and complete the heist as a leader at least once. The third tier necessitates completing the heist in hard difficulty, completing 25 prep work missions without dying, and completing all 7 DJ requests for Tom Connors and English Dave. These requests are randomly triggered while in free mode by a call from Connors or English Dave. The last tier's challenges require the player to steal all 5 variations of the primary target: Madrazo's files, Sensimito Tequila, Ruby Necklace, bearer bonds, and pink diamonds. Complete the heist using all approaches: Kosaka, Alkanost, Vellum, Stealth Annihilator, Patrol Boat, and Longfin, and unlock 15 Platinum Awards for the heist, which, like the others, are naturally achieved by simply completing all 4 tiers' challenges. The last requirement is stealing in primary and secondary target, a total of 50 million, which is relatively easy to accomplish by completing the heist solo from between 20 to 25 times in hard difficulty, with the best primary target and the bag full of gold. Additional players would surely raise the payout, but at the same time, obviously lower the individual share because the full take would be split between team members.
Darling, so what is it?
It's nothing now. Nothing at all. It's over.
And then I think I need to sleep for a week.
The bonus money and RP for completing the tiers for the heists are 250,000 and 10,000 RP for each tier 4, making it a total of $1 million and 40,000 RP. The rewards for completing the 4 tiers tied to the original heists are the Golden Balaclava, the Inmate t-shirt, the Stance Andreas livery for the normal Kuruma, and the armored version of the same car, which is the very best of the vehicles available in the game. A must-have for all players wanting to delve into the free mode activities, missions, and etc. The reward for the Doomsday Heist tiers are the Clifford Cap, the Clifford Remote Necklace, previously owned by Avon Hertz, the Tartan livery for the Kanjali, and the Barrage. Completing the challenges of the Diamond Casino Heist unlocks the Street Crimes Tank Top, the Bug Star Hoodie, the Blue Emissive Lady Liberty Mask, and the Furia. Definitely not one of the best vehicles in the Supers class. The rewards for completing the challenges of the Cayo Perico heist are the VIP Charter Jets cap, the VDG Kaleidoscope t-shirt, the blue DS Panthers cardigan, and the Vapid Winky. The 5th container is dedicated to various game modes offered by the game, from racing to deathmatches, survivals, and more. And unless otherwise specified, custom maps do count too for these challenges. Almost every single challenge in all the following categories can easily be completed by playing with a friend or fellow player while taking turns. If you're missing a companion, jump on our Discord server and open a post in our LFG channel specifying what you're looking for to find a fellow player open to help. Now, let's move on to the very first category, which focuses on death matches, and participating in one is the only requirement for the first tier. Following this, we have the second tier, requesting players to participate in a team deathmatch and to win 5 different matches. Third tier requirements are to play, not necessarily win, 10 death matches in the community series, and to win 20 death matches or the same one 20 times. The last tier of the category requires winning a total of 50 death matches, winning 5 death matches in a row, and killing 5 players without dying 25 times during the matches, or killing the same unfortunate player 5 times in a row. Next in line is racing, with the first tier necessitating participation in one race. The second tier wants you to win races of 5 different types, and 5 races against at least one other player. The third tier requires winning 25 races against other players and completing 25 time trials, beating the par time. Any type of time trial counts. The fourth tier entails winning 50 races against other players, achieving the fastest lap 50 times on any Rockstar created race, and winning 20 races in the community series. Again, with the help of a second player, taking on these challenges should be a breeze. Survival needs no introduction. The first tier involves playing a survival mode, while the second tier has 2 challenges. Survive 5 waves without dying, and clear 50 waves in survival game mode, either in a single endless wave survival or cumulative, aka by playing multiple survivals. The third tier expects you to survive 10 waves in a survival without dying and get a total of 100 headshots in a single game of survival. The fourth tier is split into 3 challenges. 1. Reach wave 16 playing endless waves. 2. Clear 250 waves in survival. And 3. Complete 10 waves in survival mode playing solo. This is easily doable during the Sandy Shores survival by using the trick shown here by Welsh Turkey. Drop a few tear gas grenades, then run to the locations shown before the end of the timer in order to force the game to spawn enemies onto the grenades, thereby killing them instantly. The next category is Adversary Modes, and the first tier requires simply participating in any adversary mode available in the game. For the second tier, you have to win 5 adversary modes and participate in the featured series. Third tier necessitates participating in 10 different adversary modes and winning 20, while the last tier presents 3 challenges. Win 5 adversary modes in a row, win 50 adversary modes in total, and participate in 25 different adversary modes, which could require months waiting for a weekly event to bring different adversary modes to the game. The last category is focused on Arena Wars. The first tier is pretty easy. All the player has to do is set up an arena workshop, while the second tier requires players to reach skill level 5 and win an arena mode. The third tier entails reaching sponsorship rank 25 and winning 1 match of all 9 different arena modes. The last tier wants you to reach sponsorship level 50, skill level 20, and platinum 15 of the 40 awards for Arena Wars. Awards that automatically will be achieved because of the previous challenges of this category. Again, the help of a friend is crucial to quickly rank up in Arena Wars and complete all these challenges. The cash and RP rewards for completing all challenges of these categories are 150,000 and 5,000 RP each, for a total of 750k and 25,000 RP. Completing the tiers' challenges for the death matches unlock the deathmatch cap, the deathmatch baseball tee, the Gold Tech Demon Mask, and the deathmatch hoodie. The rewards for the racing challenges are the Grody Furia cap, the sponsor's baseball tee, the Tinkle Spring livery for the Growler, and the HSW Katana Racer hoodie. Completing the challenges of the survival category unlock the Survivalist cap, the Flames finish for the knife, the Prepared Survivor t-shirt, and the Camo Prepper hoodie. Completing the Adversary Modes challenges reward the player with the Power Play t-shirt, the Beast baseball tee, the Gold Painted Tiger Mask, and the Deadline hoodie. The rewards for the Arena Wars challenges are Peter Cap, the Arena Wars t-shirt, the Arena Wars baseball tee, and the Snack Merger hoodie. The last container is Special Interests, and it includes cars and weapons. The first category is called Vehicle Enthusiast, and the first tier requires owning a garage with at least 10 spaces, customizing a vehicle at the Los Santos Custom, and owning a Pegasus vehicle. And if you don't own one yet, go with the Attack Buster. The second tier requires test driving or buying a vehicle from one of the 2 showrooms in the city, upgrading a vehicle to its custom variant at Benny's, and doing the same to another vehicle at the LS Car Meet with the HSW performance upgrades. The third tier entails upgrading a vehicle into an arena contender, customizing your vehicle with Damani Tech at an agency, and earning 5 gold medals in the flight school challenges. And in case this notion leaves you players out there a little shook, fear not. We have a guide showing how to easily achieve gold medals in all challenges.
Gold Star. You can fall out of the sky, but I doubt you can fly in it.
The fourth tier requires owning a vehicle in each of the 15 different vehicle classes, customizing 50 vehicles, owning 100 vehicles including 1 special vehicle, and unlocking all 10 awards in Platinum related to vehicles. Now, none of these awards are hard to achieve, but half of them require hours and hours of driving, flying, delivering cars, blowing up vehicles, and other fun activities. Weapons Expert is the second category, and it's all about the player's arsenal. The first tier requires players to own 5 different weapons, equip a body armor, and add an attachment to a weapon. The second tier expects you to customize the weapon loadout at any gun locker, customize a weapon at the weapon workshop, and request and collect a Merryweather ammo drop. The third tier necessitates owning 1 of each of the 8 weapons types. Win a challenge for each weapon type against another player at the ammunition shooting range. Just take turns with a friend and visit the gun van every day for 10 days in a row. The last and fourth tier requires winning 10 challenges against another player in the ammunition shooting range, owning all 12 MK2 variants of the weapons, unlocking all 5 MK2 ammo types at the bunker, and owning a total of 50 different weapons. The cash and RP rewards of the last container goes up again to a maximum of 250,000 and 10,000 RP for each tier 4 completed, which again is 2, so a total of 500k and 20,000 RP. The rewards for Vehicle Enthusiast are the Monochrome Cars baseball tee, the Bright HSW hoodie, the Johnny on the Spot polo, and the Vapid Slam Trunk, whose actual utility is to hold the weekly prize ride inside the LS Car Meet and nothing more. Completing the tiers as challenges of Weapons Expert unlocks the Black Eagle Cap, the Green Vom Fuhrer tee, the Coil Arms Division hoodie, and the gun van version of the Speedo Custom. In conclusion, the addition of the Career Progress brings to GTA Online new goals for completing the entirety of activities and game modes the game offers. Considering the difficulty of some of the challenges at the moment, the RP and cash rewards kinda seem unbalanced. Giving just 1 single piece of clothing or a livery or sometimes even a vehicle is probably just not enough. On top of that, locking the legacy outfits behind a crazy hard goal may not be the best way to push most players into delving into these new challenges wholeheartedly. Considering the experience improvements, changes made to the game in the last year, we hope that some refinements reach the Career Progress feature before they add new categories and challenges in future updates. And that's gonna do it for this Tips and Tricks episode. If you want to chat with us, other players, or just find someone to play GTA Online or Red Dead Online with, join us on our official Discord server or follow our social media accounts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. From the GTA Series Videos crew and me, your partner in crime, Gary 7MT, peace, players.